Hi there, welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto, and what we do during the week is around about midday, 12 o'clock UTC or UK time. Me and my colleague Maff, we do these live streams, and they're really good fun, and they're pretty good because we talk about the price of Bitcoin and other cryptos and other commodities and stocks and where they might go. And sometimes we get it pretty good, actually. Sometimes we miss completely, but sometimes it's pretty good. Now, there was these two live streams this week. One was called "Is it too late to short Bitcoin?" This one was called "Is it too early to long Bitcoin?" Okay. And yesterday in this one we talked about a couple of different scenarios. I began by talking about the price of Bitcoin, the fact that I think it might go a lot lower than it has done already. We obviously saw the biggest drop ever, the largest daily candle. It was over $10,000 on Thursday. And after that, there was a bit of a recovery, which is pretty much what we were saying, actually. Now, let me just show you what I was thinking about the low levels myself. First of all, so I'm using this indicator here. It's called All Chart Patterns. It's a free one you get with TradingView. If you haven't got TradingView, go to savewithcrypto.org/TV. It's free, but if you want the paid version, if you buy an annual plan, you get $15 off with that. And I think I get $15 worth of something. I'm not sure. Anyway, so on the daily time frame, what this is drawing in is this rising wedge, which is a bearish pattern, and this gives the target here, which is a rather scary 48887, something like that, which is quite low, isn't it? A lot of people are talking about 50 odd thousand, but I don't know. I think it might go a little bit lower. Now, what you might also notice as well is this blue line here. This is this. Let me just show you. That is the SMA, the simple moving average. And basically I've set it so that it's showing the 200 week. Okay, so I've set that to 200, the length to 200, the time frame to 1 week. So regardless of what time frame you're on, so for example here I'm on the daily time frame, but this is actually showing the 200 week moving average. And you can see those kind of levels down there, they're all kind of matching up, aren't they? Where it came down to the 200-week moving average and the target of that rising wedge. Now, in addition to that, if you get a Fibonacci tool and you go from the lowest point here, like the last low before the impulse, if you like, so that would have been around about November 2022. If you draw a Fibonacci from there up to the all-time high, which is there, isn't it? Then the most interesting part of this is always the golden pocket, which is between the 618 and the 786. So this area here, and that target is right slap bang in the middle of that area. Also, the 618 is pretty much at the moment on the 200-week moving average at around 57.5k. There's a lot of things pointing that way, aren't there? So I am expecting at some point a dip down to here, but maybe not just yet. Just for the record, I tend to not actually use the normal fib settings. My Fibonacci normally looks like this. So what I've got here, I've got the actual the golden pocket in this kind of orange color here. And then I've got a few of the lines, like I've got the 50% one, which isn't strictly a fib level, and then I've got the 382, the 0, and then I've got a fib extension up here, which is actually the minus 0.618. I find these fairly useful, actually. So if you want to copy my settings, you can just go to the fib tool, go to settings. So that's what I've got them set up as. So it's these levels here and those colors, and what I do as well is I extend the lines to the right, so that means, although I bring the fib up to there, the lines will extend to the right. It just makes it easier when you're sort of, you're looking for that level there, and then obviously you're looking at stuff that happens afterwards, so you want to see the lines on the right. Anyway, that's how I use it. So yeah, as I say, a lot of things looking like we could go lower. Now we did go higher, didn't we? So around about the time of the live stream yesterday, it was around about here. We were around about 68k, and we went up as far as like 71.7, and then this morning retraced the whole lot and came back down in the usual Bart Simpson type pattern that we often see these days. Okay, so what's next? Well, if you believe in trend lines, which I kind of do sometimes, you can see here, if we just pop the magnet on, is that if we have a touch point there, this is the 4-hour time frame, we have actually got that kind of line of resistance there, haven't we? So that is probably why we rejected when we got to there last night. So we've got this downtrending trend line there, and then we've got this 200-week moving average here squishing us into this area here. Now of course within this we might get a little bit of relief up to there, back up to 70k, but if we don't break through that, we'll probably come down here again. Now will we break out over the weekend and do something like that? That's quite possible as well. So what about the CME gap from Friday? Well, the CME, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, closed at that price there, 75.80 on Friday night. So currently the price is sort of like down a bit. So that's probably going to leave some sort of gap like that over the weekend. But bear in mind, we've still got this gap here from last weekend, which never got filled. And that one is pretty huge. Okay, so let's bring out our indicator, which is called Quadzilla. If you want to find out about Quadzilla, take a look at savewith.crypto.org/QZ and you'll find out about it. Now, there's something really glaringly obvious here on the 1 hour time frame is what happened last night. Is basically this yellow line here, this is a 21 EMA, and this green one here is a 55 EMA. Now normally when we see these cross, it's normally a very bullish or bearish sign. So for example, when they cross bearish, it was here on January the 29th, and they crossed bearish there when the price was up at 88k, and it's come down ever since. Now what happened last night was it looked like they were about to cross over, and they didn't. Now when that happens, you normally see quite a violent reaction to the opposite direction. So in that case, rather than going up, the price came down. However, this green line here, this is a retracement line drawn in by Quadzilla. Now what normally happens with these is the price tends to sort of come below that slightly and then go back up. So I don't know, it's looking to me like we might do something like come down here. This is just in the short term. Do something else, I don't know. Do we come down and do that lower level? Possibly. And then we get back here again, at which point are we going to break out of there and then go back up? Something like that maybe. But to me this 200-week moving average just looks too close for comfort. I think we do have to come back there again. So maybe we will just go down to about 58k and then break through there. Don't know. That's what I think anyway. I'd love to know what you think in the comments down below. So please do tell me what you think down below. Do come and watch the live streams in the weekdays at midday. I do think they're rather good, and it'd be great to get more people there, so please do come along. While you're down there letting me know about things, please do give the video a great big fat like, and make sure you are subscribed and you've ticked the notification bell to show you my timely updates. So have a great weekend, trade safe. I'll be back tomorrow or maybe later today, and above all, tell your friends.